How we doing, guys? Mailman Nick. I actually had an easy day. Everyone got back on the list today, so they gave me 9 hours today. I just had my route to do. So obviously uh my route's always over an hour. I think I'm gonna watch this vice presidential debate, even though I'd probably rather watch paint dry. I don't know anything about these candidates. Uh, yeah, I think it starts at 8 o'clock. I'll tune into that when but please don't comment anything political on my stuff. I have one guy who keeps commenting. He keeps bad mouthing one of the candidates, and the comment keeps getting deleted. I don't know if he's trying to get my channel taken down, but please don't comment political stuff. Uh, yeah, please don't comment political stuff on my channel. Just keep it about post office or sports or something of that nature, because political stuff will have my channel taken down, and yeah, and it just divides people. We don't need to do that. Uh, but yeah, I had an easy day today. I actually got walked. I told my supervisor, I'm like, I'll probably be done at 5:30, which puts me at 9 hours. And she ended up coming out and walking with me. Of course, all the dogs were barking at that time. So, but uh, she saw that my return time was accurate, and yeah, I like when that type of stuff happens. So I'm confident because I know I'm not a slow carrier. I'm not a bad carrier. So if I say I'm probably going to get done at 5:30, it's because I'm going to get done at 5:30. The port strike will affect USPS. Yeah, I saw that. We were talking about that in the group chat. I'm sure. I'm sure it will affect USPS to a degree. Are you talking about like our contract? If they, they, if there's certain workers have so much power, they need workers. We need they need workers more than we need them. So there's so much power in groups of workers and things like that. Like if they went on strike, UPS, that would have shut down the economy. When stuff like that gets shut down, when important people like that go on strike, it affects a lot of people. Affects a lot of people. What's going on, Armando? Hey Nick, why doesn't the contract go to arbitration already? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. They really should get everything taken care of, and but they're just it's frustrating. It's got everybody frustrated, and that's why I don't like to talk about it that much, because talking about it just stresses everybody out. A lot of people talk about rumors. It's yeah, I'm just waiting to see any big news coming out of NALC, but it should be already at arbitration. It's ridiculous. Go affect everybody. Already shortages in grocery store. Are you talking about workers at the grocery store? The Mr. Gonzalez, what's going on, bro? This is exactly why they want to get rid of unions. Yeah, because unions have power. I know there's good and bad with unions. Good and bad with unions, but unions are good. I know with the union, I got job security. I know I have rights. I have a work lawyer. That's a very powerful thing. And most unions can strike too. We're with the post office, we can't strike. If we could strike, we would have had a contract, hundreds of days ago. Hundreds of days ago. But unfortunately, but unions are a good thing. What's going on, Shelly? What are you guys up to tonight? How was your day at work? How was is the weather getting colder? The arbitration is not always good. Oh, the port strike. Yeah, that's big news right now. I got to look more into it. I only seen what JH and them were talking about earlier. They were texting the group chat. Why does the USPS not want to add any new routes across the US? Uh, because that's more jobs. They they want to minimize. They want to cut routes. They want to get rid of routes. It's money saving. That's what they want to do. They want to combine routes and have one person be overburdened with more work. That's what they want. I don't agree with it. Just had some baked choli. My stomach's rumbling. Yo, Nick, been peeping your channel. Future road carrier here. Been a month since I did them. Is everyone's wait time different for orientation? So what I was told, it takes a month from fingerprints to orientation. What might affect that is living in a different state. What might affect that is your criminal history, your background, if stuff isn't aligning. So a good rule of thumb is a month. So keep that in mind. Tyron with greens from Dallas. What's going on? How you dealing with the heat out there? Love your work, bro. Appreciate that. Forgot about that. Yeah, shout out to Russ. Appreciate everything you do. Keep it up. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all you guys coming in, tuning in. I'm just doing a live stream until this debate starts. What's going on, Bambi? I'll promote you in the chat. I appreciate that, Russ. Oop. What's going on, Monster? Another faithful supporter. How many other carriers that started when you did are still there? Are you talking about regulars or CCAs? Because I've seen CCAs come and go. Me and this one CCA, we would get sent out all the time when we first started. He's now working for an airline. He works for United. Another CCA I worked with, he's now working with the railroad. I got a CCA who is now a cop. There's a lot of CCAs come and gone. There was like four of us that made unassigned regular, and then there's not too many more that I came up with that are still here. Everybody leaves. Some people just, it's not for them. And you got to do what's best for you. I'm not here holding people's hands saying, hey, you got to stay, you got to stay. You got to do what's best for you. If you don't like it, then leave for sure. Don't do something you don't like doing. Just doing some readings. Oh, nice. You got to do, you got to find your hobbies and find time to do it. Headed to bed. MRE told me to sub. Come to show love. Oh, Bambi, you're from MRE. Shout out to My Rats Exposed. Very good guy. Italian hospitality. I appreciate you coming over here. He's a great guy. Mail parcel volume is way down. What about y'all? No, it's actually up for me. I get a lot of mail, a lot of packages still. But it's also summertime mail. It's winding down now. Hopefully it picks back up because that's money. This right now is money making season. Have a great night. You too, Bambi. Thanks for stopping by. Why is there a freeze on transferring to another office? Why is there? I didn't hear anything about a freeze. My brother was able to transfer. It took him a little bit, but he was able to transfer from his small office to my office. Or are you talking about yours in particular? Do you think we are going to get a raise? I'm praying we get a raise. Everybody, you see clerks getting paid more than us. You see, UPS getting paid more than us, and they don't deal with medicine and checks and all this stuff. You see these other places getting paid more. I would love to see us get a raise, a decent sized raise. I'm praying that we get a decent sized raise, but I'm not holding my breath because we are dealing with the post office. But I think we definitely should get a raise. Hoping. Let's all pray. That's where I'm at now. 48K maxed out. They can't pay me anymore. 48K maxed out for what? I had a route they converted back to aux. Oh, that sucks. Luckily got a good T6 afterwards. Oh, that's good, but yeah, that sucks that a route went back to an aux route. Uh, and there is mail is not what it used to be. Regulars told me they had mail taller than me right next to their case, over 6 feet. 6, 7 feet of mail. That's what they told me. Its mail has gone way down, and it's probably going to continue going down. But with the packages and stuff, we're always going to have work with these packages and stuff. Definitely, we'll always have work. Any way the USPS can prove they sent jury duty notices if we throw them in the trash? I don't think so. You could always say I've heard people say they just didn't get it and nothing happened. Watch some watch some baseball instead. Yeah, any good games on baseball? Since the Sox, my Chicago White Sox are the worst team in MLB history, so I really haven't been paying attention to baseball. I'm also a Cub fan too. Obviously, I'm from the South Side of Chicago, so I root for the White Sox, but I'm definitely a Cubs fan too. I'm not one of those haters. I'm a Chicago fan in general. Bears, Blackhawks, Bulls, Cubs, Sox. But yeah, if there's a good baseball game on, I'll watch it. But my attention span's not good for baseball. Ask me anything, boxer or briefs. Definitely depends if I'm carrying mail or not. I got briefs on right now. Shout out to Russ. Got a good name. My brother's name Russ too. Hey Nick, tell me if this makes sense. If it's with the post office, it probably doesn't make sense. Management told me to cut the advo so I won't go into penalty. But then when I came back to the office, management told me to go out and help another carrier. With coverage. Yeah, so that's pretty common, and it doesn't make sense. And that's all I'll say about that. A lot of stuff here doesn't make sense. Just follow instructions and cover your butt. I had my first day of Carrier Academy, and I have ADHD. So do I. I have bad ADHD. So it's taking me longer to learn. I'm already overwhelmed because of all the forms. I'm feeling discouraged. The forms will come with time. I didn't know. There's still forms I didn't know until just recently. It's don't worry as much about the forms because they overwhelm you with information in the academy. Worry about following the mail, knowing how to case, pull down, setting yourself up, focus on delivering the mail properly, how relays go and stuff like that. Focus on that. Don't worry about all those forms and stuff. You could always ask carrier, hey, what do I have to fill this form out? Certifieds are important. I would worry about that, but don't worry too much about the forms. Worry about delivering the mail safely and efficiently. And then the other stuff will come in time. But they throw a bunch of definitions at you. I haven't used half of the definitions that they told me. It's good. The longshoremen are asking for so much. This only helps us. They already top out at 39, but want to top out at around 64. This will help us. I hope so. Hopefully every blue-collar, hardworking worker gets paid a decent wage. With the economy really bad right now, we all deserve a raise. We all deserve to make more money. We all deserve to not stress about going to the grocery store. I have to go to Walmart and Aldi to get groceries. We deserve more money. We got to keep up with the times. I declined it and clocked out. Let me know how that turns out. I have orientation Saturday, Florida area. How do I get into the office closest to my home? Apply for it or talk to that postmaster. So whenever you get free time, go into that office close to your home. Talk to the postmaster. Say, hey, I want to transfer, and both postmasters have to agree. This is how it went with me and my brother. My postmaster wanted him. He was at another office. She kept trying to to get him, and it took a little bit, but he eventually got through. They both agreed. Transfer went through. So I would go in and talk to that postmaster personally. They don't answer the phone. Do not pick up the phone. Go in and talk to them face to face. Post like my post office. They don't answer my calls. They're not going to answer random people's calls. Go in there, talk to the postmaster, and see what they could do. That's so you can help other carriers get back ASAP. And tomorrow you do the advo. Yeah, we going to get a raise. It just matter how much. My 20+ years. Yeah, we're going to get a raise. I just don't know how much. Because if we got a contract and there was no raise, even a little bit, people would walk off the job. We're definitely getting something. I just hope it's a decent amount. I got to put in time as a CCA. Once you make regular, you can bid on routes close to home. Yeah, I just found out you only get 6 bids per contract. Yeah, it's like 5 or 6. I had a carrier tell me that. They're like, be careful how much you bid. Make sure it counts because per every contract you get a certain amount of bids. So use them wisely. Use them wisely. Forms aren't important as a CCA. Yeah, just exactly, Chris. 100%, Chris. Forms aren't as important as a CCA. Obviously, I'm not saying don't learn them if you can, but focus on getting the mail delivered. If they see you're a CCA and you're getting the mail delivered efficiently, you're putting mail in the mailbox, package, porch, or package, mailbox, whatever the case is. That's important. That's the important part. Good point, Chris. Rachel, don't worry about the academy. It's a crash course. You got to get your feet in the trenches and you'll learn that way. Best thing you could do is learn on the job. I'm a visual learner and I learn best doing stuff. You'll learn the most when you're on the job. You'll learn the most when you're on the job. So take the academy with a grain of salt and ask questions on the job because the academy does not prepare you for what you're going to encounter on the street. What's going on, Shannon? What do you think of Caleb Williams as the Bears quarterback? So I think he has potential, but Bears coaches aren't developing him properly. The Bears do not have chemistry right now. I think he will improve. He has no offensive line. He does do kind of weird stuff like painting his nails and stuff like that. But as long as he can throw the football, I don't care. I just hope he develops. I hope the coaches develop him properly. And I was in the camp of I wanted to keep Fields. I went to that last Bears game against the Falcons last year, and we were chanting, "We want Fields," and then they give him away. Like Moore and stuff, I think would have done a lot better. But I hope he develops. Any quarterback we get, I try to rally around him, and hopefully we start doing better. Hopefully he starts doing better. He's gotten a little better each game. But Bears are doing good. Bears are doing decent. 2-1. Or yeah, two. Are they 2-1? Yeah, they beat the Rams and Titans. And yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs. Random, how are you feeling about Derrick Rose retiring? Yeah, so Derrick Rose is an Inglewood guy. He's from the South Side out here. I wish he would retire a Bull, but very humble guy, very beast in his prime. And I'm kind of glad he's retiring as far because he hasn't been able to give the game what he did in his MVP season, and he's a very humble guy, good basketball player, beast, and hopefully he's enjoying his retirement. I just saw a picture on the internet of him and his wife and his baby mama at Christmas, and that's rare that they could do that. Like he's one of the GOATs for sure. Hopefully, I don't know if they're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame or not, but he was a monster in his prime. When I was in high school, he was a beast. Ella was told to cut avos because Valpax didn't get in DPS. Yeah, sometimes that happens. The blue coupons will come separate, and that sucks. But when you get the Valpax, they come in the beginning of the month. They just make the day go by a lot longer. Bro, do they tell you guys you have to get at least 1 8-hour day out of your work week? This week they did because everyone's on the list, so now they have that power. Last week, 2 weeks ago, when nobody was showing up, I didn't have an 8-hour day. I worked 66 hours. They don't care. They now that people are on the list, now people are showing up again. They're like, okay, you got to have an 8-hour day. That's just how it goes. If they could give me 40 hours every week, they would do it 100%. But right now they're like, oh, you're gonna have an 8-hour day. I was supposed to be today, but there was things that happened, so I'll probably get it tomorrow on ad paper day. So that'll be nice. I'll have an 8-hour day tomorrow. I gotta give my. I'm usually over an hour on my route, so I'm gonna give my last hour on my route to whoever she gives it to. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate all your videos and advice. Thank you. And if you guys appreciate, me doing these lives, the advice, hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate you guys. Yes, Quincy. They annoy us with wanting an 8-hour day, and when I hear you getting that OT, they don't want us getting no OT, even if it's there. Yeah, they never want us to get overtime. If they had an option to work me only 40 hours a week, they would. But they have no choice, or else mail's not going to go out. And this day goes by so fast. Yeah, I work Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday it just flies by. Football, I go donate plasma. I go out to eat. And I'm like, shit, 7, 8 o'clock. It goes by so quick. I can't wait to have 2 days off again. Once I start getting paid a little bit more money, I might ease up on the overtime a little bit, get off the list, and start enjoying life. But right now, I can't afford to do that right now. Maybe if the economy gets better, I'll be able to do that. What do you think happened to Tony at the end of The Sopranos? He definitely got killed, but David Chase is smart because he left the ending to the viewer, because we're still talking about it years later, but The Sopranos is one of my favorite shows of all time. Watching in high school all the time. One of the actors has my last name too. I'm not going to say which one. One of the actors in that show has my last name. But the Sopranos, great show. A lot of great actors in that, perfectly casted. I'd still watch it. If I had time, I'd still watch it. Messi or Ronaldo. I'm not really a big football guy, but I heard Messi isn't like Ronaldo. As far as personalities, like Ronaldo is definitely like the more humble and nicer guy. But as far as like on the field, I think people. I'm not a football expert. I don't know. I like both of them, but if I had to pick who would be on my team, it would probably be Messi. What could they do to me if I don't get an 8-hour day out of the week? They make you hate your job with the Russian. Uh, they can't really do much to you if you don't have an 8-hour day. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, I didn't have an 8-hour day. It's just you make more money at the end of the day, Quincy. So, but if something did, I don't think they would say nothing to you. If they have a problem with you not getting an 8-hour day, then that's their fault. Give some of your peace to somebody else. Ronaldo better scorer, Messi better playmaker. Yeah, like I said, I don't know too much about I'm not a big soccer fan, but I know both of them are really good. I wanted to go see Messi at Soldier Field. Argentina was playing like uh, an exhibition game at Soldier Field. I was gonna go, but ended up having something else to do. Love Derrick Rose. He was on the Pistons for a while and was really humble. Yeah, very humble guy, soft spoken, confident guy. He's a beast. George blasphemy. So, Mr. Nick, what is a grandma pie? That's some grandmas on the route leave me some pie. Yeah. Or Russ, why do I have to clean others behind, which I have been doing for the past 2 years as a CCA and struggle the next day? Honestly, I hate. Oh, shout out to JH. Shout out to JH before I forget. Subscribe and like his channel. Honestly, I hate the carriers who slack purposely, and good carriers have to. See, that's the stuff that irritates me too. People who purposely slack because they know they're going to get help, or they purposely go on restrictions when they're fully capable just to have other hardworking carriers do the work. That's one negative about unions and the post office right there. I don't like that either, but just do what you got to do. Hello, I heard City 23 only has one tray of DPS tomorrow. My City 23 has one tray for like the first 2 hours, for 2 hours. But shit, I wish. Delivery. Put double work and get paid the same amount of time. Yeah, exactly. You got to do your work plus somebody else's work. If they really are struggling, I am happy to help. But when they're just BSing, I've seen it before. It's a pain. It's a pain, Arter. It's a pain. That's the life, Arter. No, honestly, you don't need to. It's their route cleanup. Keep clean. Yep, true. Asking because I got a little wimpy when Dirk hung it up. Yeah, Dirk, because Derrick Rose, yeah, he means a lot to Chicago and the city, but Dirk brought a championship to Dallas, and he was just a different breed. I think I was a junior in high school when they beat the Heat, and I was rooting for him. I was a big Dirk fan. I like that Mavericks team, and but yeah, Derrick Rose. I'm not a huge Derrick Rose fan. I mean, he's good and like he means a lot to the city, but yeah, I understand. Enjoy your night, bro, and good night to everyone else. Keep your head and spirits up. We'll get through this mess. Yep, that's all we could do. Get through this mess. Boo to this man. He never answers my serious question. What's going on, Jay? Shout out to Jay. Everybody go over, subscribe to his channel. My route is like an hour over every day as well, and they don't have no one take off me. Yeah, that sucks. That's happened to me before. But you just got to stick to your guns. Do the job safe and efficiently. Fill out your 3996. Make sure you let them know. Because my supervisor talked to me today. She was like, after you make your final pull, fill out your 3996 and give it to her so she knows, hey, I'm going to give an hour to somebody, because you don't want to do that later in the day because now they're struggling to find somebody to take your piece. So, make sure you let them know you're going to be over as soon as possible, and so they could adjust and manage accordingly. 38 people, only 12 likes. Only 12 likes, guys? Damn, you must think I'm a 204B or something. Hit that thumbs up if you're feeling irie. Yep. Jay. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. Can they mandate overtime on a T6 that's 8-hour list? They can mandate if they max out the. So, see, like this happens all the time in my office. If let's say they, like, I'm on the overtime list. If they max me out at 12 and they max out all the other overtime carriers, they could mandate overtime on a regular who's on the 8-hour list. So if let's say I'm only getting a 10-hour day and they try to mandate you, that's a grievance right there. I mean, if they tell you to do it, do it, but grieve it later, because that they can't mandate you unless they max out all the other carriers, overtime carriers. The 12-hour list, 10-hour list, route only, 8-hour list. They gotta max them out before they mandate you. Big up, appreciate it, Roxanne. What does Irie mean? Tell him, Jay. Tell him. My godmother is Ada Tutorio. Really? It's Tony Soprano's sister. Yep, Brian. They go down the list of yes, no's, work assignment, etc. Eventually, they may get to you. Yep. They have to mandate. They have to max out everybody else before they get to you. That's contractually, that's what they got to do. But they usually don't do it like that, so you got to grieve it later. They film Sopranos here. I used to see them filming all the time growing up. Oh, that's pretty cool. In New Jersey? In New Jersey, right? One of the best shows ever. When do you think our new contract will be ready for sure? When's the next presidential election? No, it's gonna be. predicting next year, but my opinion doesn't mean nothing because who knows? Who really knows other than them? But I'm hoping soon, and I'm hoping we get money, hoping we get paid. Irie is a popular Jamaican slang term that conveys a sense of well-being, contentment, and happiness. It can mean all is well, nice, or pleasing. Great definition, Jay. I got them with the month of October. My weekend is the before my vacation. Then it's a holiday during my vacation. I get like 12 pro days and just 5 days of annual. Oh, that's good. That's good, Patty. PTO, yeah. I know you do a lot of walking at times. What's been your best pair of shoes, boots? Nike Air Monarchs have been the best for me because every other shoe ruins my ankles, my knees. Those are the only ones that don't give me too many issues, and they're all black too. And then boots, it's very hard to find a comfortable pair of boots, in my opinion. I haven't found. I wear like the Rocky boots. There's another pair that JH recommended, but I don't remember the brand. I gotta look it up. But it's very hard to find comfortable boots. I'm still doing the. I got to get a new pair of boots. It's about to be Chicago winter. I'm gonna need a new pair of boots. We usually don't get bad snow until after December, but you know anything could happen. You got to be prepared. My high school gym teacher was in 1 or 2 episodes of Sopranos too. He was a hitman for Phil Leotardo. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would love to, because they film. I was an extra in Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, the show Empire. Uh, Doing background acting and stuff is cool, and I would have loved to have been on The Sopranos. That would have been a bucket list for me. I started watching this channel because I started in August. I hate circulars. I have 30 days left till my 90. Trying to do the 8-hour cap sucks on your 60 days. Almost done with 60 next week. You're almost there. Just keep being safe and efficient. That's it. 43 people, only 19 likes. Don't be a fugazi. Hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that, Jay. Don't be fugazi. Angel insoles, find the ones that work for you. Yeah, use the Dr. Scholl's insoles too. Those help out good. Good. Contract update. I wish, but I'm not one of these content creators who are always milking contract rumors and stuff because a lot of them aren't true. But when there's a contract update, I 100% will make a video about it. But right now, there's just he say, she say BS. We just gotta wait. My union, my district is actually having a rally about our wages, our contract, and stuff. I'm hoping I could go. It's on a day that I work, but I'm gonna try to make it there. Hang in there. This job is hard at first. It is hard. It's overwhelming at first, but we've all been there. Contract. Shit, we ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I heard we're getting $50 an hour. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Some other people might, but not me, Jay. No, not us. My Tuesday route, City 25, only got a tray and a half of DPS. Yeah, that's an easy day. Today, so it was a chill day today. JH can make those 11 trays you have look like clockwork. I'm sure he could. That was on Monday. Today wasn't that bad. I think it was only 5 trays. 43 people watch and only 21 likes. Don't treat him like a 204B over there. Yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I talk about my journey as a mail carrier. I give people advice. I combat the negativity. A lot of people say I'm misleading sometimes with, saying the positive stuff about the post office, but my channel is all about being positive and being the glass is half full. So that's my mindset, and I try to combat the negativity because there's so much negativity out there. my subscribers would go way up if I just came out here and complained, but I don't do that. I combat that stuff. You know, this is a good job, and we do deal with crap, but you know, every job does. All jokes aside, how you doing, Nick? I'm doing really good. I had a pretty easy day, only a 9-hour day today. I'm able to relax, do a live stream talk with you guys. I'm doing really well. How are you doing, Hawkeyes? Don't treat him like a 204. Be trying to get back to my old station where I was a CCA. Yeah, if you want to get back to your old station, try to as soon as you can. Shit, carriers are the beast. Yeah, and we should be getting paid more for sure. Contract update. Contract update. JH, you got to make sure Nick only works 40 hours this week. No, I can't do that. My management does. They were upset I worked 60 something hours 65 and a half hours last week. They don't like that. They don't like that. Now everybody's on the list. Now they're saying you got to have an 8-hour day. Just how it goes. Just how it goes. And then when people start getting off the list, people calling off, then the tone changes. Then the mail's got to get delivered at the end of the day. But I'm here to make this money. I'm professional. I do the job safe, and I do it really well, this job. Thank you, Russ. It sucks at first because they give us way too much for being new. Yeah, they give you basically what they would give me. They treat CCAs are going to get treated like crap at first. It is what it is. They throw you to the wolves. They see who sinks, who swims. And it's just something you got to just overcome. If you don't overcome it, then you don't. But, you know, I know everybody in here can handle it. Someone made us come in later. It's forcing carriers to case for us. Yeah, see, that's what they tried. When I started during COVID, they just said come in case. Now when there's more people coming in, they say, hey, come in at 10. Another carrier is going to case up your route. So if you want to come in at the earlier time, get a hold down on something, because then you can come in and case it like a regular would. So getting a hold down after, like my brother just put in his first hold down this week coming up. I don't know what route he's getting yet. He put in for 3 routes. So he'll be able to come in on a new route. He's not doing my old route anymore. Sick of the dog, sick of the walking, and etc. So get that hold down. After 60 days, get that hold down. Management thinks they could do whatever they want, know your rights, and file those grievances and get paid that extra money. See, that's the thing. Know your rights. Never get out of pocket with management. Always be professional at all times. As they say, smile and file. If they're breaking the contract, follow orders and then file later. That's what you got to do. Don't give them ammunition by, you know, cursing at them, getting all up in their face, because I've seen it too often. Control your emotions. I get mad a lot. I get mad a lot at the office, but you know, I'll never be unprofessional. You know, at the end of the day, if I'm upset with something, calling the union, hey, this they're not doing this or they're doing this. Always be professional and don't give them any ammunition. Good luck. Yep, in Jersey. Yeah, I have some states on my bucket list. I want to go to Philly to meet Mailman Matt. That's on my bucket list. I want to go to New York, Jersey. A lot of those towns, a lot of those states, cities, never been before. I haven't traveled a lot. I want to start doing that eventually when I make a little bit more money and when I have a little bit more time. Got a lot of stuff on my bucket list. Nick's the GOAT. I appreciate that, Russ. Correction, Jay. Vugazi and Ada Tutorial. Get it right. Yeah, that's the right spelling. Shout out to Mailman Matt. Nick, what's the point of 3996 form when they know your route is overburned? See, that's what I'm saying. Like I hate having to take time away from my route and filling out that form, filling out why it's overburdened, construction. I put overburden. There's a list of all the stuff you could put for 3996. Or heavy mail. There's the point of it is to have documentation. So if they go to cut your route they'll see that every day it's been this amount of time over, or every day it's over. So unfortunately, like for me in my situation, I'm over an hour minimum every single day. Now I gotta because I had to talk with my supervisor earlier. After I make my final pull and I case up my mail, I give them the 39.96 directly to management. Hey, I'm gonna be over an hour. If you need me to have, do you need me to have an 8-hour day? Okay, I'm gonna have an 8-hour day. So this hour has to go to somebody else. They could do that in the morning. So it's just documenting, so you have it in writing, and always make a copy of your 39.96. But it's something I've been dealing with on every other route. I haven't really had to deal with it because they're all 8-hour routes. This one's 9 hours. Now I got to fill out that stupid form every day, but it is what it is. That you got to do what you got to do, and if that's the right thing I got to do, then I got to start doing it. My friend saw Gandolfini, rest in peace, Tony Soprano, and said, "Hey Tony, you're my idol." He said, "That's pretty sad, kid." He said that. That's I didn't know he was. I thought he was a good guy. That's not. Yeah, I don't expect that from him. Thanks, Russ. Yeah, it's a very nice area, but it's pretty much all walking over there. Is this debate on? I'm not even watching. It's very nice area, but it's pretty much all walking over there, so it's not appealing. That's what I'm hoping for. All walking isn't necessarily bad. If it's flat, walking makes time go by quicker. I don't mind walking. I don't mind walking. You should try Brooks Ghost or Ghost Max. I have loved these shoes. Feels like you're wearing nothing. I'm gonna have to look them up. Are they all black? Are they postal approved? Any way we can get USPS negotiators' attention and get this contract done. So what we're doing, my union is very involved. My district 4016, my vice president, my friend Mariah, my union president, my formal A, like Aaron, they're so involved, and they're always organizing stuff as far as you know, not protesting, but just like raising awareness on what we're dealing with. I would suggest talking with your union, seeing if you can organize an event where it brings awareness to what we're going through with our contracts, with our wages and stuff like that. My union is so on top of that stuff, and that's why I'm thankful for my union. I would never recommend someone leaving the union. My union has done a lot for me, and they do a lot for the community and stuff like that. So uh, we all blame Brian, but what about the people who's negotiating with? I'm tired of struggling. Yeah, it's very stressful, and I wish we would just get this contract. I'm sick of hearing it. But I know we're all sick of not getting paid what we should. So it's just sickness all around. We just gotta, see what happens and just monitor it day by day. But yeah, we need more money, bro. We need more money. Boots are better than shoes, Postal Fam. Yeah, especially with winter coming up. I'm going to be switching out my shoes for boots. They help the ankle support. They weigh a bit more, but you don't get ankle pains and shin splints. Yeah, when my ankles hurt at the end of the day from uncomfortable boots or shoes, that's the worst. My orientation starts in 2 weeks for being a CCA. Yeah, good luck. Make sure you bring a pen. Make sure you're prepared. Dress business casual, and easy money. 15 miles a day here. Yeah, that my old route was 15 miles. I don't know how long mine was. Poor Mailman and Goodfellas. One more letter comes to that kid's house, and the effing over. You're gonna go. Yeah, Goodfellas, one of the best movies. A lot of the best movies are mob movies or Scorsese movies for sure. Uh, I definitely enjoy those. It's gonna be rough, but you got this. Yeah, it's always gonna start rough, and that's why people will message me saying, "Why didn't you tell me it was gonna be so hard?" I make videos about I'm working 12-hour days. I'm, in all types of weather, walking, dealing with dogs. I do not say, I say easy money because, when we get, we're getting paid every click on the clock. I'm not salary or nothing. I'm getting paid every click. So that's what I mean by easy money. When I'm out there 12 during peak season, I'm out there 15-hour days. You know, that's not, it's rough, but you know, it pays for us to live and survive. I'm very thankful. Same here. My T6 string is all walking, all Pro Masters. I hate the Pro Masters, bro. Pretty much the same. I feel, yeah. Sorry, Chooch, but you got my point. I must be way behind on this chat. When do you get your uniform for CCA? So after your 90 days, you get your uniform voucher. Management's not going to be in a rush to give it to you. You got to be on them about that. It took me almost a year to get it was like my second voucher, third voucher. They're not in a rush to give that to you. I love walking routes. I love my Pro Masters, so it doesn't bug me that much. Yeah, if you like the Pro Master, you know, more power to you. Balance with positivity. Don't be angry. Yeah, and I'm not saying don't be angry. Like, I get angry on the routes. I get angry, you know, with certain BS in the office, but, you know, never show it. Always smile and, you know, always be professional at all times. That's what I preach. After the probation period, but you might have to press management. Yeah, you got to really every day. Hey, I need my uniform voucher. If you don't got one, just wear whatever you want. Maybe if you come to work in pajamas, they might hurry up. I saw that coming. How long is the probation period? 90 working days or 120 calendar days? At least that's what it was when I was a CCA. Feels like forever ago I was a CCA. PTF for a little bit, then now regular. Well, I went through all the stages: CCA, PTF, unassigned, regular, then regular. I went through it all. Is there a route at your office you would take over City 23? A lot of routes I would take over City 23. So I like City 23. It's just an hour too long. People are very friendly. I'm right in the train station, heart of where I live and work, in a nice area. It's usually a lot of people out, so I like the area and I like the route. But there's a lot of easier routes, a lot of shorter routes for sure. But yeah, there would be like a City 29, City 36, City 41 where I live. If one of those popped up, yeah, definitely I would bid off 23. But right now, I'm going to stay on 23 until something really sweet pops up. You're going to get a paper that is a code. You either go to a local place to get clothing, then you get basically a credit card that gets loaded. Yeah, so when you get your voucher, I had mine on a piece of paper. I went in Joliet, Illinois, I went to, what's it called? JCM. I forgot what it's called. I haven't been there in a while because now I use the website because I got basically everything I need. I'm not in a rush. I usually buy from the Chicago store, the one on Harrison. Hi, y'all from the Philippines. Appreciate you supporting all the way from the Philippines. That's awesome. I'd love to see that. That's cool. I'm going to keep that up there. That's pretty cool. 90 working or 120 calendar days for CCA. Yeah, for the probation. You're going to get a code on Petro. I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, it was a chill day, only an 8-hour day, tray and a half of DPS and 45 packages. Yeah, it sounds like a sweet day, bro. Had to go back for a priority mail on the route, but it was chill with some music. Yeah, if you got some mounted, I love just like listening to some music, delivering mail, making money. That's what life's about. Damn it, I typed too fast. Smile and file. That's what it is. Don't see when problems arise when you get into management's face. Like, let's say management is mandating you and they didn't max out the carriers. Don't get in your manager's face and be like, screw you and F bombs and this, like, because, that's how I seen it. Carriers getting in trouble. They're giving management ammunition. Always be professional. Smile now, file later, grieve later. If you know you're in the right, grieve it later. You'll be fine. Nick getting love internationally. Yeah, isn't that cool? I like that. Heard a few people say, don't treat me like a tool for a bee, and I died, and a handful I work with watches this channel. Yeah, it's 204B, like the number. It's supervisor. It's just a postal joke, and I just made that my intro. But that's cool. I've had people message me saying people who they were going to academy with said the same thing. Said my catchphrase or my intro. You were going to get a paper code you show to your local postal uniform place. Then you get a debit card that loads yearly. How much money you make? How much money I make? So this year I'm over 60 grand for the year, and I got 3 months left. Last year I made 75K, but I have to work 60 to 65 hours a week to get that. So they take a lot out for taxes. They take out for retirement and stuff. So I gross like 3,200 a paycheck, but that's gross. I take home around 22 to 2,400. As of right now, I'm at step B. I'll be at step C in November, I believe. But this is a decent paying job for putting mail in the mailbox. If the hours are there. When you turn PTF, do you start getting raises every 42 weeks? I think it's every 46 weeks. I know what you meant, Jay. When you turn PTF, do you start getting raises every 42 weeks? Yes, so it's every 40. I don't know why I read that again. It's 46 weeks, and yeah, you're basically like a regular, just without the paid holidays in your own route. But PTF, none of my benefits really changed when I made PTF. Or PTF to regular. So fill out the 96 as detailed as you can. Yeah, I write everything: construction, overburden route, heavy mail, I don't know, whatever else I could think of. Third bundle, I put it all on there. All parcels counts, the trays, how long it takes you to case and load, etc. Yeah, 100%. Good advice, Russ. How many trays of DPS do you regularly get on your route? So I usually get 5 or 6 regularly. If it's a Monday, probably like 7. But like today, I only had 5. But it's an overburden route. Is the first check direct deposit? My first check, I got a check because I didn't set up direct deposit right away. But you can't set up the direct deposit on Light Blue. I think Post Please. I had to do it twice when I had my break in service because you have to redo your direct deposit. And will I get paid in 2 or 3 weeks for the first check? So if you work, well, our pay period is, so we just got paid last Friday. Did we get paid last Friday? Russ, did we get paid last Friday? Yeah. So we got paid last Friday. So the end of the pay period is this Friday, and then we'll get paid the following Friday. So it depends on where we're at in the pay week. Yes, because you're saying Tony Soprano was his idol, so he said that's sad. Oh, Tony Soprano. Okay, you're saying Tony Soprano, not James Gandolfini. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought he was saying James Gandolfini was his idol. Yeah, that's sad that Tony saying a mob boss is your idol. I misunderstood. Sorry, Mark. 3 trays is heavy for me. Mark, love my route. Yeah, 3 trays being heavy sounds like a nice route. I know, Russ, you say you're not in the best area, but you love your route. 39 people, only 33 likes. If you don't like this video, your raise is going to be 32 cents. What's scary is that you might be correct, Jay. You might be right. He was nice, but was all jokes. Yeah, I heard he was a nice guy. 55 people in here. I really appreciate the support, guys. It's on a Tuesday. If you guys like these live streams, I'm definitely gonna try to do them more. Yes, they're all black and they let us wear it. Okay, I'm way behind on the chat. I think we're talking about shoes still. JH, at least it's a raise before the contract. LOL. How do you report regulars who don't maintain their routes? I catalog every route and make notes of all the needed fixes and dangers not reported by the regular in case you get hurt or injured. Wow, you sound like a good carrier, because a lot of regulars don't keep up with their routes. You gotta like, for example, my route, there's a box that is not connected. When I open the apartment box, the whole thing comes out of the wall. Stuff like that you got to report, document it, and our janitor fixes that stuff. I don't know about you guys, but our janitor goes out and fixes that stuff. But I wouldn't report the regulars. That's kind of, I would talk to the regulars, and if they don't do something about it, just fill it out yourself and have them fix it. I appreciate the super chat, Russ. Let's get this money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why do you hate the Pro Masters? I hate them because I got to work out of the back of the truck. It's bigger, so it's, especially on the route I'm on now, I got to navigate through construction. I'd rather have a smaller vehicle. It's left-hand drive, so I can't do any mounted if on my overtime. Let's see. Yeah, I just don't like the ProMaster. I have to, it's higher off the ground, so it's a lot harder to get in and out. Yeah, I don't like the ProMaster. It's like driving a parade float. Show up in pajamas. Damn, I got to do that now. One of our carriers actually did. Shout out to Freddie. He did that before. It was it was really funny. It was really funny. He came in pajamas. He almost hit 40 likes. Yeah, get me to 40. Get me to 50 likes. Get me to 50 likes. Get me to 50 likes, guys. Ugh. Can't get comfortable. One day I'll learn how to spell. Huh. We're mail carriers. We don't got to learn how to spell. Just read. Just read. Huh. Just 5 more people. We almost there, Jay? I'm going to get a black pair of waterproof Nike. Yeah, waterproof, 100%. Got to have waterproof, whether it be shoes or boots. 2 more likes and he hits 40. Almost there, Jay. We're almost there. Make sure you get a doctor's note allowing you to work with non-postal proof shoes. Yeah, so that's important. If you don't have postal proof shoes and you get injured, they see you don't have the green tag, then that's a problem for you if you want to get workman's comp and stuff. Come on, Saeed, throw up that like. We got Saeed in the chat. The GOAT. The GOAT is in my chat. The GOAT is in my chat. Shout out to Mailman Saeed. You guys are funny. I'm done, Chooch. Saeed the GOAT. Saeed is the GOAT. Shout out to Mailman Saeed, another YouTuber. There's no stopping. There's a Saturday route that popped up at my old station. I'm hoping whoever gets that, their route is nice. I remember all the routes over there. Hopefully City 42. I like that one. Yeah, hopefully you get a route that you actually like. There. One more like and he's at 40. Let's go. It don't hurt. Yeah, giving a like doesn't hurt. It helps support the channel, helps support me. I really appreciate you guys tuning in to my live stream. Had an easy day at work, so I'm like, all right, let me hop on live. I could do this more often if you guys want, for sure. I'm a new CCA. Shout out to you, Steven. Don't get overwhelmed. It gets better, trust me. Hang in there, Steven. Yep, 100%, Russ. How long is it going to take to become a regular? I'm in Academy now. Might be 4 years. Yeah, so it took me 3 years almost. It just depends on openings. If people retire, transfer. I got lucky. There was 3 people in my office who transferred. A few people retired. A girl quit. So another carrier got bumped off the rolls because he hasn't been here in like 3 years. Stuff, you got to wait for openings for sure. Just see what the seniority list is for you and see who's retiring and things like that. For some reason, people like to keep that stuff private. Like, oh, they're not going to tell you if they're going to retire or not. It's like a big secret. I don't know why. What's City 13 like at your office? We don't got a City 13. It goes 3, or 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So yeah, we don't have a City 13. City 13 at my office is old. I think our rurals have a 13 though. My City 13 at my old office is by far my favorite route in my district. Well, hopefully you could get it. That would be nice if you got your favorite route. Thanks for all the videos. 19 months into the CCA life. Wouldn't have made it without you. Appreciate you, Nick. I appreciate you, Caleb. Thank you for the support. What's going on, Glenn? I think you got a new picture. I've seen you comment before. It's 105 degrees in California. That's crazy. That's pretty hot for this time of year, right? And some of the lady carriers are changing into our bikinis and going to the beach. Tomorrow's our NS day. Hooray. Thanks for all your videos. Appreciate the support. I love the support, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in and asking me questions and supporting. Steven, it took me 1.5 years to make regular. It's everybody's case is different. Everybody's different. If you set up direct deposit, you get paid a day earlier. Yeah, some people get paid even like the Tuesday before payday. 48 watch and hit the like button so your phone doesn't blow up. Appreciate that, Jay. Nick yelling at me, geez. Oh, was I yelling at you, Russ? I didn't mean that. 2 years CCA, then regular. Yeah, 2 years and then you make PTF no matter what, for sure. Hit the like. Don't treat them like a 204B. Appreciate that, just chilling. Safety first, 100%. I'm 15 months in, and it's all just setting in now. I'm in Louisiana, basically the rich part of New Orleans. Very busy, 60-hour easily, very hard work. Yeah, it's definitely not easy work, but you're gonna make a decent living if you're working those hours. You know, shout out to you. In the rich New Orleans area, you probably get a lot of packages. I have the same problem with boxes falling out. My postmaster just laughs. Yeah, I was told to hold their mail until they get that fixed because it's a safety hazard. The whole apartment box, there's 6 individual boxes for this apartment. They're like motel type apartments. I put the key in and it literally yanks all 6 boxes out of the wall. Safety hazard, falls right on top of me. The first time I did it, I had to catch it. It was definitely a safety hazard. I have carrier training tomorrow, 6:30. Yeah, don't stress about it. You know, go in with a positive attitude, learn every day, and don't get too overwhelmed. And the other carriers hopefully will give you advice and help you out. Starting off, will I have health, dental, vision insurance? Do I need to get my own? If you're a PTF, you will get those benefits. As a CCA, you get health. As a CCA, you have to apply within 60 days. Health insurance and dental I had as a CCA. I don't know how it is now, but as a CCA, I got health and dental. I don't think I had vision. But as a PTF, you get all those good benefits. The only thing I don't like about the Metris and LOV is that it's right drive. ProMaster is the only forward, so it can come wintertime. It's better. That's why I like the ProMaster the best. Plus, I like walking. Yeah, if you're just walking all day, the ProMaster is not that bad. But if you have extra and it's mounted, sometimes I've had to walk mounted because I was in a ProMaster. I went from overtime desireless to work assignment, but T6, so hopefully I'll get a little overtime. Yeah, hopefully overtime, we make decent money with overtime. It's impossible to do mounted in the ProMaster. It sucks. It really does. I have to park and walk it when I had a ProMaster. Let's see. There we go. So I agree but disagree. So I agree and disagree. As a CCA, we cover the route. Once then, off to another route station, why would it be my responsibility to follow through for a route that's held by a top paid carrier? So, you know, if it's not your route, don't worry about it. If it's not your route, let them deal with it. Let them deal with it. But I 100% understand what you're saying. 100%. See ya. Take it easy, just chilling. Have a good night, all right? 51 likes. I love it. I love it too, guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you, Jay, for you know, getting those likes up, helping me out. Does YouTube pay you? YouTube does pay me. I can make a video if you guys want on how that works. It's not much. If I really dedicated this like an actual job, I could get paid a little bit more, but it's really just like grocery money for a week. It's not that much. But if I dedicated more time to it, maybe I'd make as much as Jay. Jay, did you like though? Don't treat him like a 204B over it. No 204Bs. Totally on board with JH about changing the culture about and being the change, but I'm going to shoot for let's just get everyone to follow the rules and keep your route maintained, slot cards, edit books. Yeah, 100%. It would make life so much easier if people just maintain their routes. Thanks for all the content and carrying tips. I appreciate you supporting, Marco. I appreciate it. 55 likes. Damn, he got more likes on a live than I ever got. Well, that's because of you, Jay. You're telling everyone to give me a like. Do y'all have the brand new mail trucks yet? Not the ones that look like Peyton Manning's forehead, but we do have mostly mattresses now. I don't remember the last time I driven an LLV. We got mostly mattresses. Change the culture. Yes. Be the hardworking carriers. Be the, you know, positive change that you want to see. And it all starts with one person. That's a chain reaction. You know, that's my message on here. Be positive, and yeah, just like Jay, change the culture. If you get shoes that aren't approved, someone from my shadow day said keep the approved shoes in your truck. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Keep them just in case you get injured, then you won't get in trouble. Right, 100%. Jay, what would be the first thing you would do if you were the NALC president? Give Mailman Nick all the overtime he wants. Money, Mailman, money. Hoka, Bondi are super comfortable. Yeah, someone in my last chat recommended those. I don't know if it was you, Enrique. Waterproof and slip resistant. Yeah, waterproof is big. Hello from north of the border. Oh, are you from Wisconsin or Canada? Working also as a letter carrier up here. Been really enjoying your videos, man. I appreciate that, Phil, or fill in the blank. I don't know if Phil's your name, but I'm going to call you Phil. I would learn how to carry mail first, honestly. Nah, it's a headache, Jay. Don't do it. Phil, thanks for dropping by. Yep, I appreciate that, Phil. Have Nick as your teacher, that would be hectic. Nick and JH on a route at the same time. Yeah, that would be crazy. But they don't. I only some girl did on her shadow day, shadowed my route, and she couldn't handle. She still had 3 relays left. When I was on City 4, she had 3 relays left and couldn't do it. So, I don't train people. They should have me train some people, but you know, I'm usually on. They don't want to put them on the bad routes right away. That one girl they did, which was a mistake, and then she never came back. So. Lightweight waterproof boots, Columbia waterproof boots, they're lightweight as well. Nick has helped me through my CCA time. In Academy, someone said your catchphrase. That's awesome. I love hearing that. Making a difference, slowly but surely. Back in 1987, I was hired at PTF career status, and I bid on a route after 3 months that I was on the job instructor trained on, but back then, before the internet, 20 feet of mail to case and no DPS or FSS. Oh yeah, like FSS, that was not even like a year or 2 ago. I remember FSS. But we don't have FSS in our office anymore. But yeah, a lot different back then. And that's the thing. People who started this job years ago, they started off as career PTF. Why not have everybody start off career? Or at the very least, get paid when they turn PTF after 2 years, get bumped up to 27 like the clerks. But what do I know? What is PTF? PTF is a part-time flexible. It's basically a glorified CCA, a CCA with benefits. It's a career position, and it's just a step above unassigned or below unassigned regular. Overtime is dead at my office. Right now, all regulars are being held 8 hours. Yeah, that's rough. When that happens for like, we've only had stretches of like a week or two of that happening in my office since my 4 years. But that's when I start to panic, when overtime gets cut. I truly am anti-establishment. I push against the grain, and then for the people, I'd be fired immediately. Yeah, Jay is, yeah, shout out to Jay. Everyone go subscribe to his channel. You know, he's shared my videos when I first started. I still remember that. I was, you know, just a new carrier, and he would share my videos and stuff. You know, I appreciate that. It helped me grow when I first started. Do you ever look yourself as an SDO? What do you mean? What's an SDO? You do parcels for overtime? Very rarely. Sometimes I'll get back and they'll be like, hey, do these misthrow packages. You know, sometimes, but mostly they'll give me a route. They have certain people who they double case, and I'm not one of those people unless it's a route that I know. They know I'm better on the street, so they'll give me my overtime usually on the street. Had a full coverage day the other day. Did 13.5 hours as PTF. Let's go. Get that money, bro. Do you have a derogatory name for an area to deliver in your office? Like we have the pit and the hole here. Everyone knows what that is and what the route they're on. Do you got any names like that? Yeah, like the hills where we deliver in. Nobody likes to deliver in the hills because it's not the best area. A lot of dogs. We just call it the hills. That's the name of the town. It's I mean, short for the name of the town, but you know, we just call it a shit show. You know, we don't really have you know, those type of names. It's just, oh, that's, you know, that's a sketchy area. We don't got any names like that I could think of. Just certain ones with the actual area names, not like the pit or nothing like that. Me and Nick on the same route, we would be arguing about Chi-Town pizza versus New York pizza. You know what? I'm from Chicago. I prefer New York pizza, but Chicago is really good food too. Pequods. I love doing my cheat meal Sunday for you guys. I like showing you guys the different types of food that Chicago has to offer. There's so many good food places, and I'm not sure where I'm going this week. I'll be in Hammond on Sunday. Can't wait to meet Tony Ferguson and Demetrius Johnson, Hammond, Indiana. So maybe I'll get something out there because Hammond is not far from where I live, 20-minute drive. What's FSS? So we had, it was our flats that would go in order. They would be in these yellow trays, but we don't got them no more. It's just, we get our tubs now. Yeah, hiring B. Yeah, the post office is hiring. I'm not a recruiter. I'm just a mailman giving people advice and telling my story and my life as a mail carrier. I'm not a recruiter. Some people think I am. Maybe the post office can give me a job recruiting people, but for right now, I'm not getting paid for it. So I just give people advice and you know, document my life basically. Yeah, Donna is an OG. JH will argue with Nick on the difference between mounted and walking. JH would want to do mounted in the ProMaster. Yeah, I'll probably go something like that. Cough, cough. It's time to get a drink of water, Nick. Yeah, I've been talking for an hour 15 straight. I could just, like, when you guys ask me questions, I could talk all day. I like helping people, and you know, I sometimes I'm like, oh shit, an hour 15's gone by. It's crazy. Don't go postal. Nah, I'm not gonna go postal. If they cut my overtime, I might. Let's make this perfectly clear. Starting pay needs to be similar to UPS, $40 an hour. Is that? I don't think that's their starting pay. With UPS, and that's the thing too with UPS and USPS. UPS, you got to start as a package handler or working in the warehouse. and you don't make that much money to start, and then you wait for a driving position to open up. And but UPS is a very good job. I All the UPS drivers on my route are very relaxed, very chill. They're making good money, but you gotta put in your work, just like being a CCA. And how I look at it, I wouldn't have survived the UPS because as a package handler, I wouldn't be making as much money as I would be as a CCA during the pandemic when I started. So I'm glad I was with the post office. But long term, UPS, is a really good career too. $40 an hour, that is not realistic for the post office. I think starting pay for PTF should be 27, just like the clerks, for sure, for sure. Yep, working in Canada for Canada Post. That's awesome. Shout out Canada in the building. I had the Philippines in here earlier. I like seeing that international support. I appreciate that. Never been to Canada. I always want to go down there to fish. Go up there to fish. But it gets way colder, so it would have to be in the summertime. Appreciate the support from Canada. Did some overtime today too. Let's get that money. Yeah, I heard those shoes. Please change your life, Nick. I've spent over $1,200 on shoes until I found them, boys, Nick. Way better than my Nike Monarchs. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a mental note of that. I'll rewatch this stream and write that down. But if you swear by it, I've heard other people say it, so I'm gonna have to check them out, and I might do a review on them. I'm not political at all, but Trump mentioned getting rid of tax on overtime. Yeah, I saw that, and I don't like talking politics either because it divides people and stuff. But I did hear that he was going to try to get rid of overtime. I hope whoever wins does that regardless. Yeah, there's some things definitely with this bad economy. Whoever gets in better fix it for sure. That's all I gotta say. You're liking your new route? I love my new route. It's long, but I'm in a nice area right by the train station. I get a piece of banana bread from my coffee shop that's by the train station every morning. I'm right in the heart of where I live and deliver. I'm very thankful and I'm very blessed. Some of the apartments are kind of crappy, but at the end of the day, I like my new route. I like the people on my route. They take care of me, and it's way better than being on City 4 in the hills with the dogs and the people and the walking relays. 15 miles of walking every day just on that route. It was rough. I'm very thankful with my new route. Do you prefer residential or commercial routes? I definitely like residential. It's a lot less thinking. I like being, I like being on the side streets of the neighborhood and just delivering to people's houses. I prefer that. Less thinking and more personal with people instead of, like commercial routes. A contract has been implemented today. Mark my words, I said it first. I pray that you're right, but I don't. People keep saying that, like 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I hope it was done yesterday. That's my. I hope you're right, Manuel. I hope so. I hope so. If you're working in big cities, that guaranteed overtime and good hours. So that's not always the case. Just because you're in a big city, they might hire like 20 CCAs and you might not have no work, but you might be in a small office and they have one CCA and everybody calls off. So it all depends. My office has 43 city routes and 20 rural routes. So we only have 3 CCAs. So my brother and 2 other CCAs, and they're on hold downs because of the 2 carriers who are on them. So basically, I have 1 free CCA, free agent, right? So we're struggling as far as like needing hours or like covering routes. So it all just depends on. It really just depends. And I'm in the suburbs. I'm 20 minutes south downtown. I'm not in a big city. I'm in a decent sized, area, but my office is hurting. There's an office like Blue Island, for example. Blue Island, Illinois is in my district. It's they only have like 13 routes. It's right next to the city, and it's only 13 routes, but they have more overtime than we do. Last time I checked, I haven't been there in a minute, but when I was helping them out, they They needed more overtime. They had more overtime than us. So it just depends. We have arrived at the beach. The sunset is nice. I enjoyed your chat. Take care and be safe. Appreciate you stopping by, Glenn. Enjoy. Enjoy. Like at my old office, my favorite route, City 13, has what's known as the maze. We got a maze on City 53 too with townhomes. And on City 11, there's the park. Just my district thing to name things, I guess. Yeah, everybody has their own slang, and you know, we have our certain things that we have in our office where it's like inside jokes or stuff like that. I think every office has that to a degree. A lot of new CCAs are not taking lunch. They are getting work like crazy. Yeah, you always, if you don't have the no lunch policy, like my office, you got to take your lunches. Definitely. CCAs, if you're watching this and you don't have the no lunch policy, take your lunches. You don't want to be working 30 minutes for free, taking 30 minutes out because my office has the no lunch policy, so they don't take my lunch out. They don't take my lunch out. If I'm there 10 hours, I'm getting paid 10 hours. I'm not going to be there 10 hours, only get paid 9.5. Not going to do it. So it all just depends. It all just depends on if you don't have a no lunch policy, take your lunch, take your breaks, make sure. It might have gotten explained to me, but I forgot. What is the night work time on my time card? So that's working after 6 p.m. I believe it's 6 p.m. It's chump change. It's only like $1 or something, maybe even less than that. But it's working at nighttime, and it's a little bit more money added to your check. Not much at all. FSS, waste of $1 billion that should have went towards new trucks. That's right, Matt. That's right. I've just applied to become a CCA in the Indianapolis area. Oh, nice. That's Indianapolis is like a 2.5, 3-hour drive from me. Well, I'm from the Chicagoland area. I've been in Indianapolis before. You know, you got this. Let me know how it turns out. What does double case mean? So double casing means you're casing 2 routes. So for example, the other day they had me case up City 31. I cased it up, pulled it down, separated it for somebody who else was going to carry it. And then I cased my route. That's double casing, 2 routes. So when someone says double case, that means they just cased up twice. Triple case, that means they cased up 3 routes. I want to drive Peyton Manning's forehead. Honestly, those new trucks look nice to deliver in. Yeah, they do look nice. They just look ugly as hell. They look like Peyton Manning's forehead. What station do you work in? I work in the Chicagoland area. I don't, I don't like saying where I work on the internet. You know, I got some, stalkers and stuff. I had a stalker on my last route too. So I don't really say that. I'm in the Chicagoland area. I'm south of the city. I'm 20 minutes south of downtown of Chicago. I think they meant $40 an hour for top pay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Someone said, yeah, top pay for 40 is definitely reasonable. If we can't do 40 hours at top pay, how are we even a federal job? Seriously. Definitely agree with that. Robert Green, casing and splitting a route for other carriers and casing your own route and delivering. Yep, you double casing, you just case up another route to help to split up for other carriers. A lot of time when I split up something, they're like, okay, you're going to carry half of this. And what's nice about double casing is that if you're casing up the route you're going to be carrying on the street, I picked okay, I'm gonna take the beginning of this route. So you kind of get the choice with that. At least in my office, if I'm double casing, let's say I'm casing up 31, I like the end better. I'm gonna take the end because I'm double casing it. Haha. You've been in the company for so long when you start to get that postal walk. LOL. Yes, I sometimes I find myself like limping and stuff. I gotta, or hunched over because of the stuff on my shoulder and stuff. I have to consciously think like, hey, stand up straight. Don't ruin your back. How many deliveries are on your route? Just curious. So I think I have like over 700 stops. I think I have to double check because I don't know if that includes. They added a building next to the train station that has a lot of residents in it. It's like a bunch of condo buildings in one big one. different condos in one building. So I'm not sure if that's included or not, but I think as of over 700 deliveries. My station has 8 CCAs. Yeah, depending on office, if you got a lot of CCAs, the work is not going to be there because you got to divide it up between all those. We have 8 routes, 2 are vacant. Yeah, in a small office, 2 vacant routes could be just a shit show, just like a big office. But if you have eight routes, that's a pretty small office. Sup, checking in from Peoria, Arizona. Oh, we got a Peoria in Illinois too. Don't treat like a 204B over here. My favorite line. I didn't know what that was earlier in my tenure. Oh yeah, I seen that postal joke all the time. People just clowning 204Bs and stuff. So, yeah, some 204Bs are nice. You know, some not as nice. But it's just a postal joke. It's just a postal joke. CCA in my office are also skipping lunch, but we get paid for it. Unfortunately, they're skipping breaks out of fear for the 9 days and don't want to be fired. Yeah, I 100% agree with that thinking because I was the same way. I'm like, these regulars who aren't in the probation, they're like, take your breaks. And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to get fired. I'm in my probation. They could fire me for anything. I was stressed. So I understand that mindset. But after your 90 days, 100%, take your breaks, 100%. I'm in North Carolina. I heard good things about North Carolina. Heard good things. Our maze is residential, not townhomes. There's streets that twist and turns, and the street names change when it bends. It's confusing the first time, and it's not set up very well. Yeah, that's why, like, when people say this is hard, it is hard the first time you do certain routes, but then it gets easier when you do know them. So you just got to put in your time. You just got to put in your time. Postal calf muscles. Yeah, my legs look, my calves have never looked more toned by all the walking. I quit working at Amazon. I was loading tractor trailers by hand 10 hours a day. CCA doesn't sound as physically demanding. You would be surprised, and I'm not saying you're wrong. When I started here, I was just coming out of bouncing at a strip club. I was an MMA fighter. I was in the best shape of my life. And then I worked a 12-hour day in the snow, and I literally would collapse at the end of the day. I was super tired. So it's mentally and physically exhausting for other ways other than that. But yeah, I'm not saying that Amazon is not, but you know, they're just hard for in different ways. But yeah, it might be for you definitely less physical, but for me, it was just as physical as, like, because I was working so many hours in the snow. I collapsed at the end of the day. I was so tired. Same. Any plans in your area to install an SNDC for surrounding offices? Yeah, that's what the word on the street is. So I really like I'm against that for sure. I really hope but it's just a matter of time. I don't know when though. Y'all carriers need to get out of y'all union. That's the only way carriers will get them to do their jobs. No, I don't. My union does. My branch. I'm in 4016. My branch does a lot for raising awareness for contract negotiations, our rights and stuff. You know, the union does good work, and it sucks that small portions of bad union reps and stuff give people a bad taste in their mouth. And I'm not talking the higher ups like the president and stuff, like the local unions. If they're not doing their job, that's sad. My district does their job, and they do it well. And they definitely got a lot of carriers in my district out of jams. And I remember them telling one story at the union meeting that one girl was out of work for like 6 months. And I don't know if she was on emergency placement or what, but they got her all that pay that she was supposed to be getting if she was working. So they do a lot of good things. They do a lot of good things. I know it's going to be hard work, but I know them paychecks are great. They are for sure. If you're not living in California, like my mortgage is $1750 a month with the HOA, and my car payment's pretty expensive, and I'm able to, you know, afford to live and live comfortably. So They definitely are. People that have been here years still skipping lunches, not taking breaks, giving back almost an hour of pay. Yeah, if you don't skip your lunches, don't skip your breaks. They're there for a reason. If you're a regular, when I like when I get my route walked eventually to get it cut, I'm going to take my 2 10-minute breaks. I am going to do the route how it's supposed to be, and it could get cut if it's that overburdened where you got to skip your breaks. Have a request to get it. I forgot what the form was. They were telling me all about it because I'm trying to get 23 cut. But have them do a 6-day evaluation. I think it's a 6-day evaluation where they see how long every day you've been over, and if it's at least a certain amount of time, then they're gonna get a cut. But yeah, don't skip your lunches, don't skip your breaks. Do you know much about RCA positions so is there money to make? You know what? My rural carriers in my office are always depressed and stuff. They had a pay cut recently. Uh, I don't think there's as much money as city carriers would make the money. They're always jealous. Our CCAs make more than the regulars that have been here a while. So it's just all. I guess it just depends on office. But my rules, my RCAs, they're miserable. They always act miserable. I've been regular for 4 months. The difference in my check is crazy. Oh yeah, Melissa or Mona. Oh, why did I read that, Melissa? Mona Lisa. Yeah. So if you're not on the overtime list, those checks are rough when you're at the bottom of the pay scale, because if you're at step A, it's like 46 grand a year, something like that. It's not good. That's why the overtime you gotta, if you want to make decent money, right, and when you're a regular, you gotta be on that overtime list. Have you been interested in any other USPS positions? Yeah, postal inspector and postal police really interest me, but honestly, I think about it. I'm like, I have my own route. I just do my thing and make money. Do I really need to add some extra stress for, no reason? I'm in the town I deliver in. I live in the town I deliver in. I really don't need to make any changes like that, even though it is nice to think about, like, hey, what if I was a postal police or postal inspector? But at the end of the day, I'm happy where I'm at. Depending on how I like CCA, I might look into getting my CDL and try an MVO or TTO. Yeah, that definitely, because that's where the money is. That's where the money is. Strike. Yeah, we can't strike, unfortunately. That's why it's taking this long. Form 40, 403. Oh, is that for the route cut? Oop. PTF versus CCA difference. So PTFs get benefits. PTFs get the annual raises. PTFs get the career status, full-time status. PTFs, they don't get paid holidays though. PTFs get the vision, the good dental, the good health insurance. They have access to the TSP. You start contributing to your pension. Let's see. Yeah, you basically get all the benefits as a regular, except like the paid holidays in your own route. During probation, how many days can you miss? I'm not trying to miss any day. So before I knew how the post office operated, I didn't call off for my first like 8 months I was employed. Better to, if you really have to call off a day, please in advance let them know you're not going to be there. Request off. But in your 90 days, just try not to ruffle any feathers. Try not to call off, and you'll be fine. Because that's one of the main things I talk about when passing your probation. Just don't call off and stay safe. That's it. I work in 112-degree weather, Nick. Any tips? Make sure you get a big jug of water and put ice in it for sure. Bring a wet towel. Take cooling breaks. But that's rough. When it's hot out here, in our summer it gets that hot. Yeah, just make sure you stay hydrated because you don't want to have heat stroke. If you feel like you're dizzy or lightheaded, take a break. Take a quick break. Nothing is more important than your health. But stay hydrated would be my biggest advice. Because as long as I have water on the route, I can go forever. I can go forever. I hear you say, don't treat me like a 204B. Is that something you would never try? No, I would. I mean, I'm not like I've talked to carriers who said they want to make more money. They're gonna 204B, and that's their grind. I know some. Shout out to Kara. She's she used to be one of our carriers. Now she's 204B. She's making more money now. She's in actually not a good area in the south side of Chicago, being a supervisor, but she's making more money. That's her thing. I like more money, but I don't like being the bad guy. Because when I was a produce manager, I had to manage people, but I said, screw it. I'd rather do it myself. I'm not a good manager. I like leading by example. I don't like telling people what to do. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to do it better and do it right myself. So, but it gets more, 204Bs get more money. Under time captured. It's just, it makes me sick seeing that. It's just, at the end of the day, so if your supervisor or something says under time, it's it takes as long as it's going to take. At the end of the day, it's going to take as long as it's going to take. Don't work in that shit. Is becoming a supervisor worth it? It depends. You do make more money, and we need good supervisors. We need good supervisors. If you have integrity, we need more of you. So if you're a good employee, definitely, it will definitely be worth it. Skipping lunches and eating on the go since I am at 80 days. Yeah, I mean, when you're in your first 90 days, you got to do what you got to do. That's why I had a carrier tell me, just make sure you're good on your times. Make sure you're not too slow. Make sure, I'm staying safe and stuff like that. Yeah, skipping lunches just to keep a manager off me. Yeah, I 100% relate to that. Thank you for your videos, Nick. Going on 10 months of carrying mail. Yeah, I appreciate the support, Robert. I've been talking for an hour and a half. Isn't that crazy? You could tell I only worked 9 hours today. I have all this energy to just answer questions all day. But I'm chilling, though. I would just be here on my phone anyway in my bed watching that vice president debate. I think it's on right now, but, I don't know nothing about these dudes. If you do call off, you get a 3-for-1 occurrence. Yeah, if you call off, just in my office, I would get pulled into the office if I called off 3 times in a 3-month span. That's how it would be in my office. Oh shit! Is probation 90 calendar days? It's 90 calendar. It's 90 working days or 120 calendar days, whichever comes first, Teresa. Becoming a supervisor is pretty much doing the postmaster work when they don't want to do it. Yeah, I noticed that. I don't check the weather, just makes it mentally worse. I just prepare for the worst. Yeah, but I understand that you don't want to actually see it until you're out there, but I make sure to check it every day. It was an honor to see your Chicago union represented at the NALC convention. Yeah, the Chicago area, our union is very strong. Very strong. I love my union, my locals. They're always organizing stuff. Went to a Sox game with my union. They always have rallies and stuff. Very good people. Are you still training MMA? You know what? I haven't trained. I did a catch wrestling match not too long ago, but I didn't even train for it. I miss training MMA, and that's the thing. Like sometimes when I'm working all these hours, I'm like, shit, I wish I would just be able to work 40 hours and make the same amount of pay. I'm like, maybe I can be a cop or a postal inspector, something like that, and then they'll give me an excuse to get back to training MMA again. But At the end of the day, my my goal right now is to make as much money as I can and pay my bills so I could, you know, go out on the weekends. That's just my goal right now, and make as much money as I can. But I miss MMA. I miss training it. My body doesn't miss it though. How do you know when you have the day off? Do you know in advance or is it last minute? It depends. Right now I'm a regular. I know when my NS day is. It goes it's a rotating day off. So last week it was, or this week it was Monday, next week it'll be Tuesday. CCAs and PTFs usually have a schedule up. So they'll have you scheduled. Sometimes you'll be on call. But if it's the day of and they didn't tell you to come in, don't answer your phone if you don't want to come in. But if it's the day before and they say, hey, come in tomorrow, then you got to come in tomorrow. So it just depends. If our CCAs, we have a schedule where it says they're coming at 10. That means they don't know what their route is until that day. Or if they're on a hold down, it says what route they're on. So it just depends on the office and the needs of the office. I really appreciate your positivity in your videos, but I do have a question. Have you ever had a bad day at the point where you contemplated quitting? Every single day. And if so, what helped you stay? So that's a good question, because when you're a postal worker, you get that urge every day to say, screw this, I'm going home. What helped me stay is I know there's going to be better days ahead. I know I'm going to get paid every 2 weeks. I know this, I'm in this for the long haul, but I've had days like last week when you're working 11, 12-hour days. You think, damn, like I really want to just go home and, you know, watch TV and be lazy. But, you know, your goals aren't gonna, I think about my goals every single day. When I feel tired, when I'm like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed, I want to hit that hotline. I think, you know, that's not going to pay my mortgage. That's not going to pay, you know, going to the Bears game on Sunday. That's not going to pay for, you know, going to see Tony Ferguson and Demetrius Johnson and Hammond. That's not going to pay for going out to get some Chicago food, best Chicago food out there. You know, I just remind myself about my goals and why I do this stuff. Because if I wanted to just be mediocre, I would buy a crappy studio in the hood and just live mediocre. No, I want to live in the safe neighborhoods. I want to do fun things, and that requires money. That requires hard work for me, because nothing's handed to me. Nothing's handed to me. I earn everything I have, and anytime I feel like calling off or not and quitting, I'm like, what else am I going to do? I don't have a college degree. What am I going to do? Am I going to go back to delivering pizzas? Am I going to go back to the nightclub where I'm dealing with crazy strippers all day and dealing with drunk idiots and fighting people every single night? I'm not going back to that. 12-hour days still doing that. You know, when you don't have a college degree, your pickings are slim. I have a federal job with a pension. I'm very thankful. I'm very blessed. So I remind myself that every single day I wake up exhausted because I put my all into the day. I wake up and I'm like, I'd rather go to bed. But then I'm like, let's get this money. Let's go. And then, you know, but every postal worker has that where they get chewed out by management, or management's just being, you know, management. And we're just like, I don't want to deal with this stuff. But at the end of the day, you just got to think positively and combat those thoughts. But every postal worker has those thoughts. Hitting 18 years, or it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to answer a few more questions, and I'm going to get going here because I want to get make a smoothie. Hitting 18 years in December. If I can offer any advice for any new regulars, don't forget about your TSP. Yeah, 5%, they match it. And a Roth, I heard, is the best, putting it in a Roth. I find most just set and forget it, get out of these L funds and get in G or S. Yeah, the retirement's so important. Retirement is so important. What's the newest on the contract talk? Like I said early in the stream, I'm not one of those content creators who are gonna just say rumors that I've heard and just, you know, milk the contract, even though there's no real news about it. There's people in those Facebook groups too really want to hear about the contract. Everybody wants to hear about it. Everybody, because that means when we get the contract, we're getting more money. Hopefully, we've been waiting for way too long. I want to hear news, but there is no news right now. And I'm not going to just act like I do know, like some other content creators. I'm not going to do it. YouTube Live is better than the debate. Oh, is it? Yeah, the debate is between the two vice presidents, right? I'd rather watch paint dry. I said that on my Instagram story. I'd rather watch paint dry. I would like to see how they act in like a debate, but I already know who I'm voting for, so I'm not worried if I don't see the vice presidents. But who knows? One of them could be the next president. Who knows? Because of you, I've been waking up earlier than my usual and have taking fruit protein smoothies before work, and I've been seeing a difference in my mornings. Yeah, I swear, like kings and queens start their mornings with fruit. I firmly believe fruit makes you feel better. When I eat fruit, when I eat grass-fed organic ground beef, when I eat leafy greens, when you eat better, you feel better. It's nutrition. You are what you eat. If you eat garbage food, you're going to feel like garbage. That's not going to give you energy. Fruit is from the earth. Meat is from the earth. I love fruit, and I'm glad that you're doing that too, because I wake up, make my smoothies, and I feel and I get sick less too when I eat like that. Any tips on carrying in my 90 days and keep going over about 30 minutes? Super hilly in the casing, be out of whack, feels like setup. Yeah, that's so, and it's not set up. Some carriers just don't know how to case, or they just don't care. Tips on carrying: just do the best you can and communicate with management. If you're behind, say, hey, I'm going to be behind. And if they have an issue, be like, hey, come out and walk with me. I'm looking for some company on the route. That's what I say. If they give me crap about being over, I'm like, I'm looking for some company on the route. Come walk with me. You're walking at a good pace, and yeah, just do the job safely and efficiently. Don't necessarily worry about time. Do you guys like doing Amazon packages? My mailman looks angry all the time. Yeah, there's a lot of, and that's what sucks. I see a lot of bitter, pessimistic carriers that are just bitter about the job. I do what I like serving my community. I like delivering people's stuff. Amazon's just more money. We get more packages. That means more job security for us. So, but I don't doubt that your mailman looks angry all the time. A lot of them are bitter, angry, pessimistic, and that's just the job is beating them down. It is what it is. I don't let the job get to me. I still smile people look at me when I'm on the route. People are like, whoa, this mailman is happy or like personable. You set yourself apart by being personable on the route and just being friendly, because most mail carriers are not. Most mail carriers are scared of dogs and stuff that I've noticed. So when you're going up petting dogs, when you're being personable, happy, people aren't used to that, seeing that from the mailman. You was in the UFC working with Dana White. No, I was never pro. I was never pro. I had 3 amateur MMA fights, 1 kickboxing fight, a lot of pro grappling matches, but I was never on that level. I trained with Bilal Muhammad. He's a UFC champion. Shout out to Bilal Muhammad. Very humble guy. He trains with my group of friends and stuff, and on Sundays. We got to get that group set back up. But shout out to him. I was never in the UFC. I was never even pro, amateur. And then COVID hit, and I just rather make money. Since it's working days, can you check how many days you currently work? Yeah, just keep a track on your own. There's a hour tracker. Most union, if you go to your union meeting, you probably get a hours tracker. Track your hours and then keep track that way. I haven't had to work Amazon Sunday for the past 5 weeks. Are they getting rid of Amazon Sunday? So how it is, there's CCAs in my area that work Sundays, but we have ARCs who do our packages. So none of our PTFs or CCAs work Amazon Sunday. So I don't think they're getting rid of it. They're just having other like positions like arcs and stuff, they're doing most of the workload. I bet you can get front row seats to sports games with the postal income. Yeah, I had so the Bulls game last year, it was last year around this time. I had floor seats to the Bulls game, not front row, but I was on the floor. I was front row to a Bears game last year. I'm very thankful for that postal income. And I had good seats to the Milwaukee game too. But hopefully I could get some, get to a game this year. They changed my schedule and texted me a pic to make sure I saw it. I told myself, what Nick says, let's get this money instead of getting mad. Yeah, never get mad and never show management you're mad because they'll know what gets. And that's in general, have emotional control. If management's like, hey, you're going to be on city whatever, and you're like, damn, why am I on that route? They're going to be like, oh, he doesn't like that route. We're going to put him on there next time he calls off. Don't just be like, okay, sounds good. I'll do my best. All you got to do is keep it simple, and emotional control is best in those in situations in general. All these new drop-bys in the room, hit that thumbs up ASAP before it gets off. Yeah, I'll probably, since it's almost 2 hours, I'll just wait until the 2-hour mark. Jay, I appreciate it, though. A lot of new faces. I got a lot of notifications. I'm going to have to see if people shared this because I got a lot of new people that I don't recognize their YouTube names. I had some regulars in here, but some new ones I don't recognize. And that's good though. That means my channel is getting some reach. You should do more YouTube lives. This is great. Yeah, if I get like today was a good stream. If I have more time and availability, I'll definitely do some more live streams. Set your notifications on so when I do go live, you get the notification. But I'll definitely do more for sure. I've been trying to do them more lately because when people DM me, I get a lot of DMs, so I kind of sum up my advice or what I'm going to say. But here, I could talk a lot quicker and faster, so I answer questions a lot better. DMs, I could be a little more blunt. Here, I got to watch what I say. You'll see, I start to think of what I'm going to say or stop when I'm saying something that I'm like, shit, I probably shouldn't say that. Because YouTube's a public platform, and you got to be professional when you represent. I don't represent the post office. I say that in my intros. Like I do not. That's what my union told me to say on these videos. These are my own thoughts and opinions. I will not speak on behalf of the Postal Service because these are all my thoughts. That's why I always wait till I'm off the clock. I don't even film on my break. I make sure that when I'm on my own time, I film because this is all my opinions. I will not speak. I'm not speaking for the post office. I'm speaking for me. These are my thoughts. These are my opinions. These are my truths. So that's why I wait till I get home to record. Do you think they're waiting for until we get a new U.S. president to make a contract? I think they are. They're going to see, if the economy gets better or if it keeps getting worse, they're going to wait and see who gets in, I'm sure. About to start my second year. When this contract happens, will I get the back pay from my first year? It depends. I really hope we do get back pay, but all this back pay, it's gonna be a lot of money. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but hopefully we do get some back pay. I salute you. I try to do the CCA, but they treat you like complete shit. Yeah, you start off as a grunt and you get all the grunt work and you get treated a certain way as a CCA. I remember it. I got all this shit work. But it's like an apprentice, like when you're apprentice carpenter or apprentice painter or apprentice, boiler maker, whatever it is, when you're apprentice, you're going to be treated like shit at first until you're a career. Once you turn career or regular, they treat you way different. Well, no, they kind of still treat you like shit, but it is what it is. Make that money. Last question, Nick, but why is it such a process to leave the office in the morning? I mean, like they require keys, scanner, satchel, extra forms, sculpt tray, you name it. I mean, it's not really that much of a process. You just get all the stuff you need for your route. If you need special keys, your accountables, You know, you'll get into a routine. Once you get your own route, you'll get into a routine. It's a lot easier. Satchel, I just leave my satchel at my case. Um, you know, if you have the pink slips, keep some in your LLV or mattress, whatever it is. Get into a routine, and yeah, that's just the job. That's just the job. Cinnamon, what are the chances getting rehired after being fired? Very little, but it doesn't hurt to try. Usually when you get fired, you can't come back. If you can't come back, try UPS. UPS is also a good job. From watching, I hear you am Illinois carrier. I'm in Illinois, small town of 4 routes. Oh, that's nice. I'm 20 minutes south of downtown Chicago. I take 57. I'm right in downtown in 20 minutes. 4 routes. That's really tiny. That's even tinier than my brother's office that he was in. Yeah, these lives are awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Speaking for almost 2 hours. You guys see that I'm gonna do a live when I get some free time. I try to answer you guys' questions and try to build because I'm trying to dedicate more time to YouTube. I feel like I could be doing a lot better with it. So uh, you know, connecting with you guys is definitely I'm trying to make it more of a priority when I get free time. Now that everyone's back on the list, I'm going to get an 8-hour day. Tomorrow I'm going to get an 8-hour day, so I might do a live stream tomorrow. We'll see. How long before my legs stop hurting? My legs still haven't stopped hurting. My legs still haven't stopped hurting. I make sure I stretch. Like after right now, when I get off in 4 minutes, I'm going to stretch. I stretch my hips. I stretch my hamstrings. I stretch my shoulders. I stretch my arms, everything, because you got to stay loose, or that's when injuries happen. Stretch in the morning before work and then after work. Do they give you anything to protect yourself from dogs? They do give you dog spray. I never used dog spray and I never really carried it, but I've had issues where dogs try to attack me and stuff, and it's not fun, but it is a part of the job. If you're very afraid of dogs, you probably not the job for you. I've had dogs lunging at me and trying to attack me, and you just got to be aware. Oh, nice. I'm hours south of Rockford. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where Rockford is. Glad you're not delivering out in Rockford because that's not a good area, from what I hear. Michigan here. Shout out to Michigan. I want to go to the Four Winds. I never been, but my mom goes there all the time, and people I know go to the Four Winds, and Michigan has some good reasons to go out there. Are you going to try to set up your route differently when you get it cut? You said your route is really choppy. Yeah, so if I had a choice, I would want them to take my condos and my apartments off, because there's relays where it'll be apartment, like the apartments are on the front of the building and apartments on the back of the building. And then you go house and then a duplex and then apartment. It's so choppy. I don't like it. So I would get that. I would want that stuff cut off. The ending walking is super nice, so I would hope they wouldn't take that off. Well, 4.5 city, not sure about rural routes. Oh, okay. It's tiny. I'm a new CCA, 1 month in, and they're giving me full heavy routes. Is that a sign that I'm at a good pace with management? I mean, it could be, but they're probably they really need the help, so they just like, okay, this person gets it. All right, at 1 month in, and they're already giving you full routes. So keep doing what you're doing and keep learning, and hopefully that's a good sign because you're still in your probation. Just stay safe. If no news is good news. If you're not hearing no complaining, then you're good. Got attacked by a pit bull and bite in the ass the other day for the first time. Yeah, I've had carriers tell me that they've been bit in the ass before. You got to be careful. Got to be careful. Sorry to hear that. I work in Southern Cal, and the LOVs get up to 125 degrees inside. Any tips? Some people put ice on that fan that doesn't only blows hot air. Bring a wet towel. Stop at a convenience store, gas station, get cold. Like, always stay hydrated. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, being in those LOVs are like ovens, and just trying to stay cool and hydrated is the biggest. Drink a lot of water. Make sure you, if you got a, because in the summertime in Illinois, a lot of people have sprinklers and stuff. I'll walk right through those sprinklers. That helps out. But those LOVs, unless you're in a mattress or ProMaster, they suck with air conditioning because they don't got none. Now I'm so cautious, dog really wake me up. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot, like, it takes that one dog attack, then all of a sudden you're like, you could even hear your keys and you think it's a dog collar. You get that PTSD, but it'll make you more vigilant now. Maybe for the next time you'll see it coming. But thank you guys all for tuning in. 2-hour live stream. Let's go. Let's get this money. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Thank you guys all for tuning in with me. If you guys want to see more of this, comment below. Hey, I want more live streams, Nick. I want you to answer my questions. I want to bullshit about football or whatever it is, because I like interacting with you guys. I want to grow my YouTube presence and stuff like that. So, let's get this money. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to make a smoothie, talk with my brother, relax, and, have a good day tomorrow. So, oh yeah, there's portable, like, they look like headphones, but it's a fan you could put on your neck. I've seen carriers with that. So true. Let's get this money. Let's get this money. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon.